give Arkansas credit. They were physical. They drove the ball. Our rim protection was awful. I can't get guys to body up and do this stuff, and they did a great job of bodying up us. The blocks were not like out of. They just jumped with two hands. They bodied up, and if you threw it into their arms, it was a block. We just got to do it, and that's why I went with Damian a little bit. Thought he was good again today. You could see severe. We had 15 turns. We've been averaging 10, 11 turns, but, playing Kaysen as much as we did, we struggle with it. But they shot 72% in the second half. Come on. You're not going to win a game if they're shooting 72%. We tried some zone. We did some different things. We switched. They got downhill, and no one in there wanted to body up, which is what they did to us. But we'll learn. They were way better than us today. We just got to figure it out, and we got a day off and come back and go. Yes.
Kyle, Oscar, 7.7 rebounds, just 6 shots. What did they do to take away his opportunities in there? What did you see from him?
Well, there was one point I said we're throwing it to him every time. And we were trying to get it into him. I thought he worked at times, and other times they were getting around the post. They trapped him, or they just bodied him. I was doing some stuff to let him get some jump shots to just get him going. And he's got to be better for us, and he will be. He will be. Yes.
Cal, with Oscar struggling that second half, the way Damian played in the first half, why not more Damian down the stretch?
You as a coach, you go with what got you there, and it was a bigger picture for Oscar than just this game. It was like, let's get him going just to get him right. Yes.
John, they're shooting in the second half. Do you think it was more of what they did or more of what you didn't do?
It was both. I mean, they made shots now. We did all the right things, and all of a sudden they make a shot at the shot clock and it goes down, or a three. They played well, and we weren't defensively. Come on, we're a pretty good defensive team. We weren't tonight. Just weren't. Yes.
John, as competitive as the first half was, how surprised were you the way you opened the first minute
I
of the
was
second
just
half?
so disappointed. Turnover, dunk, layup. I'm looking around. I got to call a timeout a minute into the half. And literally, like, come on. How did you lose that? How did you not get that ball? But it's, that's why I said, okay, here we are. Let's fight our way back. And we did some good things and got it close in 7 and 6 and 5. But the game was a physical game. If you weren't ready for that, you were going to get knocked off point. Yes.
Coach, you had a career high from Chris Livingston tonight. Most of those came in the first half. What did they do to kind of get him off track of what he was doing in the first half there in the second half?
They crowded the court a little bit on him. He missed some shots. He had shots in the second half, and he missed some of them. But he did good. The kid's getting better and better and more confident, and he mixes it up, and that's all I can ask. I mean, he's not the reason this happened tonight. He was one of the bright spots. Last question. I'm going to go do this radio and have an assistant come because I'm going to go home. Yes.
Coach, how do you play around CJ and kind of get him going and things like that?
He had rib problems today, so his ribs were bothering him. And the only thing I keep saying is, as the ball's coming to you, you got to have your feet moving so you can catch and shoot it. If you're flat-footed, you're having to ball fake every time. And so we need him to get some of those shots up. But his ribs were, he's another one that probably should not have played. And you could see that he was hurting the whole time, but he was giving everything he had. All right, let me go do this radio, guys.